I need to make sure I pay attention to the directions here. In this case, they're not asking me to explain both why it is or why it's not a function. What they're asking me to do is, if it is a function, say it's a function, and then write the domain and range. If it's not a function, explain what makes it not a function. Those directions are different, sometimes on different problems, so I always need to make sure that I read them. In this case, I notice the x never repeats, so there's no way the same x could code to different y's, so it's a function. The domain is the x values in order in set notation. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close my set notation. The range is my y or my output values in order from least to greatest with no repeats. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. This one, I notice, again, there's no x value that repeats, so there's no way the same x could code to two different y's. So this one is also a function. The domain is the x values in order in set notation. Domain. So the domain is already in order, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. The range, though, I have some repeats for my y's, which is okay. I don't want to write them twice because I'm supposed to write them in order with no repeats. So that's my range. In this case, I'm noticing that 2 maps to 8 here, but 2 maps to -8 here, so not a function. And again, if it's not a function, explain what makes it not a function. The input of 2 has 2 different outputs. When I look at this, is it a function? So does every high school student have exactly one high school teacher? So a function? No. A high school student, and HS is an okay abbreviation for high school because it's used a lot, has more than one high school teacher. Person and height is a function. Each person has exactly one height. Each person has exactly one height. Now that height can change over time. And so if you wanted to argue that point, that it's not a function, I would buy either way. So function, because if I'm looking at an ordered pair of people right now and their heights, each person would have exactly one height. If you wanted to make a good explanation and argument for it's not a function, because if I look at a person over time, their height's going to change. So the same person's going to have several different heights over time. I would accept that as long as you explained your argument thoroughly. And I can tell this is a function because it passes the vertical line test. There's nowhere here that I could draw a vertical line that's going to hit that more than once. But here, it does not pass the vertical line test. It's not a function.